Good.
Happy birthday, Jennifer. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Jennifer's birthday this morning, and so we're going to have to celebrate here. Good morning to you all, and we got a lot to cover this morning. I'm in early, and if I look regged out, it's probably because I am. But we've got a lot to go over. Beautiful questions here. You guys are doing really well here. Proud of you. I don't have enough good words to say about you guys. There's a comment here. Who is this? The crystal guy. I'll call you the crystal guy, I guess. Commenting on our Parasite G capsules and stuff. Well, I mean, it's typical to have 90 capsules in a jar. That's all there is to it. Hilda Clark, if you ever went on Hilda Clark's program, you really were on, like 30 Parasite G type capsules several times a day. You were on a lot of capsules if you ever done Hilda Clark's program. So we don't have that intensive a program because I found it's really not needed. So we could go up, and make a 180 capsule jar. We just really haven't, if you're in business, things are a lot different. And sometimes it's easy to make judgment calls when you're not in business and you're not dealing with this. Capsules, unfortunately, is the most expensive part of it. It's cheaper to get you a tincture than it is a capsule because there's only one really encapsulator in the country now that's really worth anything. And they're very busy, so and it increases the prices considerable. So if you think our prices are high for the quality we give you, then you don't know what's going on here. We actually have done the opposite. Our tinctures, I think the pharmacy sells them for 23 or 24. A lot of practitioners in California sell them for 30 and 32. And if you'd rather pay Richard Schultz's price, and no offense, Richard, but I think inferior formulas by far, go ahead. But I don't care. I mean, I'm doing the best I can, and I'm not trying to rip anybody off ever. We've never had that intent. And if you think that, then I apologize that you feel that way, and maybe should try some other herbs, because we don't care. I mean, whatever you want to do, I'm giving you the keys to get well, and the areas of the body to focus on, and I like herbs. So if you make the herbal formulas and you do that, go ahead and buy them. Get the high quality herbs that you can get organic or wildcrafted, and grind them up, powder them up, and encapsulate them, and make them yourself. And do it. That's the cheapest way. And go off down that road. Whatever. You can see what the herbs I have in a formula, obviously, and make your own. Use the same herbs. I don't really care. The big issue is detoxification and that focus and the areas of the body to focus on and whatever we can find the best of the best of the best. I mean, that's all my concern has ever been. I think that, years ago, before I started making my own formulas, I had a few here and there, but I was using other people's formulas, and that's what was discouraging. If you're like me and you tear into things and you tear things apart and you want to know why, and you want to know which is the best, and you have no motive other than to affect a remedy, to affect your regeneration, then nothing else matters. I've never had any other thought. We're not rich. I drive a pickup truck. So, All right. I don't know how some of these guys make so much money, but they certainly do. All right, so let's go on with the good stuff here. And Nidzi, beautiful reply, sweetheart. Thank you so much for that. You asked me what things make me happy. I thought that was an interesting question. I've never really, thought about that way. I've tried to get me out of the picture. But God, the only real thing besides you guys, God is the key to me, totally. I'm a supreme being, man, 100%, in every way, shape, or form. That's why I labeled my herbal formulas God's Herbs. I got a lot of flack over that. And a lot of health food stores wouldn't take our herbs because they thought it was too religious thinking. And there's not a religious thinking bone in my body. I'm spiritual. So it's just the way it is. So we're changing the name to match the health club. But and you'll still see on the bottom, made by God's herbs, because I'm super respect the Supreme Being in every way you can imagine. I was sent here that way, and I just have a profound love for that, the essence of all things, and that includes all of you. So that's what makes me happy. Everything else is way downhill from there. Out-of-body travels are kind of cool. I mean, instead of being restricted to one small little planet and one small little body, it's fun to fly, if you will. Now, this question was, I'm getting blood in the, thanks for the question, dear one. I love you too. I am getting blood in the urine that was seen from lab work. Okay, so you're breaking down your kidneys here, especially if it's bright red. You know you're breaking down your kidneys. And that's what's going on out there. And of course, you know what breaks down kidneys are acids. Well, the kidney's just a bunch of cells with the lymph system in it too. So a lot of people are getting cysts on the kidneys and bladders, and you know, it's just people's lymph systems, and I think you're all seeing this, are just really in bad shape. And we just can no longer, because of the sake of corporations and entities that are in it for the money, we can't continue to have lies circulate. It's time that people get real, get honest, get to the core truth of things, and live in that side of life, because truth is really the key to everything. 3 urine samples showed urine and blood with loss of red blood cells. My red blood cells are low. Now, I've got a bleeding formula, and that's why I made that. That's why herbs are so cool. I've got a bleeding formula, and I made that for internal bleeding, so hop up on that if you can, or get the herbs like that, however you choose, but definitely use those herbs as homeostatic herbs. That's to stop bleeding, and that'll help. But now go after the lymph system. Go after why this is happening. It's not a mystery. It's all about lymph, and it's all about acids. It isn't the blood that's make you bleeding. But it is that process of the body trying to help itself from acids too, of course, and you're breaking down capillaries and everything else. So you can use the homeostatic, you can use the parathyroid, something for the parathyroid, Calma Plus or something. That'll give you a little strengthening of the capillary walls, the connective tissue, high fruit, berries and melon, flavonoids, very strengthening to the capillary walls, and so all that be very helpful with you. And that's how I would go. You have to be careful getting in trouble here with a lot of ways. With the allopathic community, these guys can be brutal. But, you know, you could have kidney cancer, you could have anything, not to scare you, but get with it. You know, use the kidney formulas, use the bleeding formula, and you'll stop the bleeding, you'll start healing the tissue, and then you're in good shape. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? So don't freak out, just go steady forward with what you know to be true, my dear one. This other person has the same issue, also high protein in my urine. Yeah, been raw for 4 weeks. You're probably going to see the body cleaning for a while, and then you're going to go low protein in the urine. Then they freak out about that. So, you know, lab stats suck. Lab stats are oftentimes wrong. I saw a lab the other day that if you had 140 some sugar, you were within normal range. I mean, that's the kind of stupidity that lab was at. And you know what? That's a problem with chemists, biochemists, and things. Everybody disagrees. Okay. I mean, we have ideas. My ideas really come from what I see lab work when you're on healthy diets. That's where I see where the balances come in, like blood pressures. Everybody goes to 120/60 in a healthy state. Everybody goes around that area. It's just what you see after years of people getting themselves healthy. You get to see their stats. And you always run low protein in the blood work. You always do that. You never run low anything else, including B12s. Never seen anybody run low anything on a raw food diet except low protein in the urine. The creatines, I don't believe, should be over 0.7. I think 0.7 something or 0.8 something should be around high normal, not 0.1 or 1. And some labs, there was another lab I saw the other day, their creatinine was normal at 1.5. No. 1.5, you're getting yourself in big time trouble. So, but that's just the way it is out there. I went to the doctor on Thursday. My urine showed nothing. Yeah, good, sweetheart. Butterfly. I take it you're a female. Indiana Banana, I've got your eyes, but I haven't had the time. Hang in there, and how's those legs doing, man? Mango Mike, see you're back on there with the old Mango Mike. Oh, here's Mango Mark. I was thinking you were Mike, so it's Mango Mark. Told my word, mango. I love the mangoes. Oh, I had a lady in here yesterday from Colombia, and it's like, oh, great food. And then you saw the guy's response from Thailand. This guy's got nectar of the gods over there, man. I'll work with your iPhotos as much as I can here. I'm getting overwhelmed here, and I've just so much going on in all other ways. So just hang with me, guys. I'll get there. Could you do a video on astral travel? I'll do it as much as I can. I'll be honest with you, a lot of times when you're out of body, you're not sure what world you're in, to be honest with you, unless you have a master or someone with you that's familiar with these worlds and these different levels, you know. But John Monroe did a lot of work in the astral world, and he's written several books on the astral world, and of course he has the Monroe Institute, which works with out-of-body travel with music, and his work was pretty good stuff. Let me see here. Thanks for all your comments. Is that Miss or Mr. Sun? I like that one. Lone Star Solar. Must be a male here. He'll ask for Christmas gifts. Good to see you. Thanks, Cross Pecans. Love the name. Hi, Kelly. Okay, in common people to experience it briefly. Yeah, I mean, it is common, Kelly. And I love you guys are so good. I just love this. I just love you guys. But it's true. Detoxification can instate symptoms. You can, you know, I've said this before. I've had MS and I've had all types of conditions where the symptoms come roaring back. They were symptom-free for the longest time and then come roaring back and then gone. That's it. They were totally cured. That's typically what I see. So, yeah, you definitely, as you start moving lymph, you could get your dizzy equilibrium. You could have days where you're out of there, really lightheaded. Absolutely. Detox is, I hope no one's ever said detoxification is a beautiful road paved with gold and then no one ever has any experiences and problems. We know that ain't true. So, just you have to know what's true, get a good feeling in your gut and ride with it. Whether you truly know 100% or not, you got to follow your intuitiveness, what feels right to you. That's how you operate in this world. No one's going to give you a check and say, this is an unlimited check, write whatever you want on it. I mean, you have to, this is your world, and it's a marketplace, there's no question about it. So you have to feel what street you want to walk down and what you want to buy and what you want to play with and what, where's your best attention spent. Oregon. Let me see, sweetheart. What's your name? Is that Rasa? Brasa? She had some premature ovarian failure. Yada, yada, yada. I mean, I hear this, all the time there. Remember when you're talking about ovaries, also think pituitary, sweetheart. Think pituitary controlling ovaries. Of course, it can be ovarian issues right there, too. But think of pituitary. That's the big issue here.